A Russian strike on a Ukrainian railway station has killed at least 22 people and wounded 15 others. Now, the attack took place as Ukraine marks 6 months since Moscow's invasion on a muted Independence Day that was overshadowed by warnings of further brutal attacks. Addressing the United Nations on Wednesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that rockets struck a train in a station in the town of Chaplin, about 145 kilometers west of Donetsk in eastern Ukraine.
There are no such bombs that can erase freedom, and there will never be such missiles that can break the will of the people who believe in themselves. Chaplin is our pain today. As of this moment, there are 22 dead, 5 of them burned in the car. An 11-year-old teenager died. A Russian missile destroyed his house. Search and rescue operations at the railway station will continue.
Ukraine had been bracing for heavy Russian attacks, especially on its 31st Independence Day. Zelensky had earlier warned that Russian President Vladimir Putin would launch a retaliation attack after the death of Daria Dugina, the daughter of Putin's close aide who was killed last week in Moscow. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and a Russian envoy to the United Nations engaged in a war of words on Wednesday at the United Nations Security Council. Zelensky lashed Russia for its invasion of Ukraine and warned the world of a radiation catastrophe at Europe's largest nuclear plant, currently under Russian control. Meanwhile, the Russian envoy hit back at the Ukrainian president and defended his country's military operation against Kiev. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Take a look.
The United Nations Security Council convened for an open meeting on the situation in Ukraine. The meeting marked 6 months since the outbreak of hostilities on February 24th with Russia. It also coincided with Ukraine's Independence Day. However, after the meeting, the Ukrainian ambassador to the United Nations said that Russia's invasion of Ukraine did not start 6 months ago. It started back in 2014, referring to the time Russia annexed Crimea. During that open briefing, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made an appearance and a speech. Russia's ambassador to the UN objected Zelensky being allowed to speak. He said he was not opposed to the fact that the Ukrainian leader was participating, but to the fact that he was not there in person. Ultimately, the 15-member council voted 13-1 in favor of Zelensky speaking. China abstained. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres spoke at the meeting. He told the council the, quote, senseless war in Ukraine is now 6 months old with no end in sight. He repeated his ongoing call for peace. Guterres also underscored his continued concern over the situation in and around the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, which has come under intense shelling in recent weeks. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.